Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 8. Module 8 is the halfway point of the semester. We are to the midterm. This means a couple of things. First of all, you have the opportunity to provide some anonymous feedback on the class, which takes the form of a midpoint survey, and that is for extra credit. So those of you who are looking for some additional points for the class, definitely make sure you take advantage of that. The other thing that you want to be aware of is that the week after the midterm week is spring break at Allen, which means that you'll have an extra week for the next module. The module will be open for 2 weeks basically. So just kind of keep that in mind. So what we're doing now is we are starting on our next essay. Now I did redo the class just a little bit from the course at a glance. I basically switched the assignments from module 8 and 9 because I realized that the way that I had planned it meant that you guys were actually doing extra work. So I want you to be introduced to the comparison essay and pick your topic before you do the assignments for module what is now module 9, which is focused more on documentation. So that way you're not having to do extra work. And then those assignments in the next module will be more useful for you. So in module 8 then, we are now going to be starting the comparison essay. The comparison essay is the biggest essay for the class, not lengthwise, but just the criteria wise. So this will be the most challenging for most of you. And the comparison essay is going to be focused on sources and not personal experience. And we're going to have actually quite a few modules for this one. This will be our big essay as far as we have a lot of assignments that are going to help you with revising your essay, proofreading, editing. You're going to be doing a self-edit and then also a peer edit, as well as using the online writing lab. So we have, I think, 5 modules total for this one. It's going to take us a while to get through, so we'll be working on this essay for a while, which means that the first thing you need to do is pick a good topic that you want to work with. So you can see that stuff in the module, just like we've done before, you have some readings to do, which are the chapter out of the textbook. And again, I've got the PDF if you find that easier to read than your book. And then take the quiz, just like we've done before. These are ones you can take multiple times. And then you get to the comparison essay assignment itself. And this assignment is a comparison contrast. A lot of students are familiar with how comparison works. You take 2 subjects, you put them side by side. However, a lot of times we use comparison in order to determine which one is better, and that is not the point of this assignment. So this is an informative essay, which means that you're just providing information and you are not arguing or persuading. And so that's going to be a difference from what you might have done before with comparison. You're also doing what's called point-by-point comparison, which means that your essay is focused on main points rather than the subjects. So instead of covering one subject and then the next subject entirely, you'll be picking main points that apply to both subjects so that each paragraph discusses both of them. So it'll be a direct comparison between them, which means that you do need to pick 2 subjects that can make an interesting comparison, and that is your first challenge. So I have 2 things in here to help you out. First of all, I just have this page of comparison, contrast, topic ideas. There's a link to a website. ThoughtCo has some really good ideas on there. Most of them are complex enough for this assignment. And then I also have this document, which I created for my own classes, and basically just lists a bunch of topics. A lot of them have been used by students before, or ones that students came up with and then I put on my list because there are a lot of different things that you can do with this essay, but picking 2 good subjects that provide a complex enough comparison for the assignment, but aren't overwhelming, like there's just too much information and are too close together so that you can't write a good comparison. That can be a little bit tricky. So let's see if I can get it to load. Maybe not. You guys, it'll load for you hopefully. But this document should give you just some different pairing ideas. And then I also have for you this second page of resources. These are specific for the pre-writing journal that you're going to complete. And that's just some review stuff for how to do a free write, how to do a brainstorm, the 3 options for the brainstorm, and then some ideas for your thesis statements. This handout here, it has some template sentences for writing a thesis statement, which basically is a sentence with some lines in it that you can kind of fill in. Well, this one might not load either. You have to download it. So this document has some ideas for you, hopefully, that my computer is running slowly. There we go. So these are the template sentences right here in the middle, and then basically what you would do with this is you copy this and paste this into your journal entry and then fill in the blanks. So the differences or similarities, you'd have to choose one or the other between, and then you would list your subjects. So Republicans and Democrats, or Christians and Muslims, or whatever your 2 topics are, and then you would include a word, so important, or just, I like the word important. I use the word important a lot. So that, or, we've got some examples down here. They're striking, they merit further investigation. There's anything like that where you're making a point with it, like why are we needing to learn about these 2? So that is one of your, which is not going to load up here. That is one of your documents here that will help you out, just resources to help you. So your task will be to complete this pre-writing journal. The pre-writing journal is allowing you to create 4 entries just like we've done before. And just like we've done before, each entry should be uploaded as a separate document. So you'll do your free write first. And then you'll, sit down and well, actually not a free write. The first one is to do 20 pairings of words. So, if you want to do shoes and sandals or something, and this is just a different, name this correctly, different way to brainstorm ideas. So you just go down and make 20 of them. You can use your bullet points if you want to, if that's easier. Make sure that there are 20 though, and just kind of come up with as many pairings as you can think of. So, it's usually what you can do is pick one thing like pen, and then think what is an equivalent that I could go with a pencil, or a highlighter, or a marker and a highlighter, and then you can just kind of keep going from there, and you should be able to come up with just a ton of pairings of words that could be compared. They might not be good comparisons, but they definitely could be compared, as in they're categorically compared. So then the next thing you're going to do is choose a couple of your favorites and then actually do a free write about them, and that's the timed where you write continuously. And so then you're going to start, and you do a new entry for your free write. And you type continuously into the box. So when you're done with this assignment, you'll have 4 entries. The third entry is just a brainstorm, and you can do in a couple of different ways. You can actually do a Venn diagram. This is a fillable PDF, which it works really well. I have not tried to download the document, so if you have trouble with that, you can always just take a screenshot of what it looks like. You can do an informal outline if you want to, and I've got a link there showing you what an informal outline looks like, or a cluster map that you hand draw and upload. We've done one of those before. And then the fourth entry is a working thesis, and that is, I showed you those template sentences earlier that you can definitely use if you want to. So when you're done, you should have some really good pre-writing brainstorming. The last thing in the module is a midpoint survey for giving me feedback on the class and anything that you would like to see maybe different for the second half of the semester. I try to make changes if I need to, if a class of students needs something different. And otherwise, that is Module 8, halfway point of the semester. If you have any questions, send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.